Cetatea Petrovaradă din Novi Sad este considerată a fi Gibraltarul de pe Dunăre. Acesta este motivul pentru care cetatea, care a fost construită în aproximativ 80 de ani, este în momentul de față cel mai bun punct de a observa Dunărea. Acolo, în spatele meu, se vede cum Dunărea curge ușor către Belgrad. Pentru GoNext, Adrian Boioglu. Tell us a few words about the fortress and why do you think the Romanian tourists and travelers from all over the world should visit this place?
This is very unique fortress. It's the second largest fortress in Europe, and also the fortress which is looking very, very nice because it's not damaged in the battles and the wars. And especially we have something what the other fortresses don't have. This is the 16 kilometers underground tunnels on the 3 floors in the ground, the gates, the minefield, dry area, the water town, downtown of the Petrovaradin fortress is looking very nice. It was a place for the officers and their families and for all which served on the Petrovaradin fortress.
When was it built and what was the main purpose then? What is it now?
The fortress was built since 1692 until 1780. 88 years was necessary to build monument fortress. It was built by the Austrians after the large Vienna Ottoman wars when they pushed them to the Belgrade and central of Serbia. They chose this place because this is only one rock all around the Danube, and the Petrovaradin in the translation means town on the rock.
Orașul Novi Sad este atât de plat încât un astfel de deal care are o elevație de aproximativ 1,5 m, poate până în 2 metri, este considerat cel mai înalt punct al orașului. Evident, este un mod de a spune că aici ești cel mai sus, de aici vezi tot orașul. Nu se întâmplă acest lucru, în schimb, în acest loc poți să ai ocazie să vizitezi restaurantul Lipa, unul dintre cele mai vechi restaurante din oraș, care dăinuiește din 1880. Pentru GoNext, Adrian Boioglu.
So let's begin with the beginning of settlement here in Novi Sad. We entered now in the city center like we know it today, nowadays. But through the history, it is not so old city. The city like we see now, it's not older than 150 years. So we have to travel in time a lot of centuries and to see why happened something like this. Few settlements was around Novi Sad, today Novi Sad, 20-30 kilometers from here, and we are next to Danube River. You will see afterwards. Danube is passing through the city, and we have one mountain, very nice mountain. It's not so high, but it is the only mountain we have because everything is flat. It is plain. So the mountain, the river, and one rock across the Danube from this side. One rock, approximately 90 meters tall, is the only high point on this city. So this rock was the beginning of settlements here because it had strategic position very good that can look all over the place. And the first settlement over there was during Roman Empire, 1st century that day. And that settlement was a fortress they have called Kuzum. Kuzum was the name of this. After Romans, the long period without some big fortress, without some big happenings, the first knowing about Novi Sad settlement was in 13th century. And because of King Bela IV, he had one monastery with small community of people and one small fortress. First mentioning of Novi Sad was 13th century. This bell was used to make a sound when there is a fire around the city. So firemen could know which part of the city is with the fire and where to go exactly, because firemen were across the building. This hotel is still working as hotel, but this is probably the place we have a chance to be proud to say that our son-in-law is Albert Einstein. We all know about this scientist, and he came, as we know, twice in our city because he was married with Mileva Maric. Mileva Maric was girl, born here in one city, in one small place next to Novi Sad, and they came together here a few times. Once they came together to baptize their children in one small church 5 minutes from here, Nikolaevska Church. So we are proud to say that he is our son-in-law.
So our very dear guests from Romania, if they're visiting our country, if they're visiting the northern part of Serbia, which is called Vojvodina, they should also come and visit the beautiful small museum town called Sremski Karlovci. I know the pronunciation is a kind of difficult today. You have just 9,000 people, but it is like a small city museum, which was very important during the 18th and 19th century for the development of the Serbian culture. You have some very beautiful buildings here. You have the Faculty of Orthodox Religion. You have the summer residence of the Patriarch within the museum. You have a beautiful Serbian Orthodox Church. You have a Catholic Church. You have a beautiful secondary school in the form of a monastery, Orthodox monastery. Here you have so many wine cellars and the beautiful wines of the Fruška Gora mountain. Here in the surrounding you have so many monasteries, so if you enjoy walking, you can walk on foot from here to visit the monasteries, or you can enjoy the slopes of Fruška Gora mountain, which we call like a paradise or like a holy mountain of the Serbs. So if you come here, what is a must? To taste the beautiful wine, especially the Banat wine, which has up to 30 ingredients from the beautiful mountain Fruška Gora, which has 1,500 plants, and usual mountain has 1,200, which means it's a very special mountain. In Vojvodina, the food is really written in big, you know. We are big hedonists, we like the food, And the cuisine of Vojvodina is really very rich. It is very famous. There's just one problem: you will eat too much. So be prepared to eat too much and to enjoy food. We have all kinds of different, mixtures of the cuisines because we have so many different nationalities living here. And we have taken all the best from everyone. We can even taken this turșia from Romania. We take the best recipes. Whatever you take in life, take the best out of it. And I think that people who live here, they know how to take the best out of it. And we would like to invite you from our very heart, our dear friends, to visit our country, to see our hospitality, to feel it, to taste our food, to visit the beautiful places in our country, and just to enjoy life.